Let's get going.
Fisher, an American engineer named Bruce Morgenholt has been kidnapped by a Peruvian separatist group called the People's Voice. Their suspected leader, Hugo Lacerda, is a hardcore revolutionary preaching information warfare as the only realistic means to achieve revolution in modern society. We need you to get in there and recover or destroy any information Morgenholt may have been forced to divulge, and if possible, rescue him. As for Lacerda, he's just been bumped onto our target of opportunity list. So if you have a shot, take it.
Hostage rescue isn't normally our bag, but Morgenholt was part of Project Watson, the UN committee that studied Philip Mass's handiwork after Georgia. Some people are worried that this kidnapping is just a cover-up, and that Morgenholt is being interrogated for classified information about the Mass kernels. Fact is that some of the tricks Mass came up with could be used to do a lot of damage. We need to contain that information at all costs.
The target area is a lighthouse attached to an abandoned Spanish colonial-era fortification and some nearby structures. We don't have an exact location on Morgenholt, so you'll have to find him yourself. Insertion will be at night by Zodiac onto the beach beneath the fort. Thermal imaging shows that there are some old natural and semi-natural caves under the fort, so you may be able to use those for infiltration.
All right, Fisher. The helicopter will drop you a few kilometers offshore in the Zodiac. You'll have one of my Zodiacs and logistical support in and out of the target area. Extraction will be by helicopter from the top of the lighthouse.
Displace International holds the contract with Wright Pritchard Technologies to protect their VIPs in potentially hostile situations. We did a thorough threat evaluation for their project in Peru, and we accepted the VIP detail on Morgenholt. The guys who came after him knew what they were doing. This was not a tourist grab. I lost 3 good men in the snatch, and I'm currently preparing a rescue plan for approval from Morgenholt's family and Wright Pritchard. This is going to cost Displace a lot of money.
I'm hearing gunfire down there, Fisher. Everything all right?
It's coming from up ahead, but Lambert. And I think guerrilla. I think Kalashnikov.
What do you mean?
I've had enough AKs fired at me in my time to tell you that wasn't one.
All right. See if there's anything unusual going on with their equipment. Keep us posted.
Look, there's some kind of old bridge there.
I think you're right about the equipment, Sam.
Yeah? They got themselves a little stockpile of high-tech kit here.
The SSCC code is lot 1 of 5. See if you can find the other 4.
I'll do my best.
What was that?
What's going... Is it meant to act like that?
Don't you think he's had enough? He's had enough if he can't talk. But, Madre de Dios, he hasn't been able to speak for an hour. He could be faking it. Jesus!
See, I bet he's faking it.
Faking! His tongue is a lump of coal. His brain is... Enough! Saul, give him more.
It's already at the maximum.
What?
Should I bring down another battery?
What do you say, amigo? You want another battery? Wait a minute.
His ears! Look! Smoke!
I think I'm going to be ill.
I think he's dead.
Only one way to be sure.
I'm going for a walk.
I love that casual sadism.
Someone broke the lights.
I already don't like you. Don't make it worse for yourself.
Who are you?
Shut up. Why did you torture Morgan Holt?
Lacerda told us to.
Why? What does he want to know?
Math problems. Programmer stuff. I don't get it.
You're just the stupid one who likes to hurt people. Huh?
Exactly.
Can you think of a reason why the world wouldn't be a better place without you?
Please.
I didn't think so. Stinks.
It doesn't sound too good down there, Fisher.
The sound isn't the problem. You should smell it.
You're sure he's dead?
Deader than Elvis.
All right. Leave the body. We still need to recover any traces of the interrogation. Grim, we'll call you back. Fisher, I said leave the body. We don't have the means to extract him.
Just because he's dead doesn't mean I need to leave him here hanging like a piece of meat.
Don't get too connected, Fisher. I need you to stay rational.
You can spare 30 seconds for some simple dignity.
Sam, it's Grim. We need to make sure that whatever Morgan Holt might have told them about Mass's algorithms never leaves this site.
Okay.
I detected a wireless link coming from the technician who left the room before you entered.
So I'll need to recover any data he might have uploaded to their servers.
Exactly.
No contact has yet been made with either the astronauts aboard the ISS or with the shuttle which is docked to the station.
We've got all the news right here. Don't go away.
Contact was lost hours ago with the ISS, following what is now being reported as a possible strike by...
From the looks of it, these guerrillas have a pretty temporary setup. Seems unlikely they have any kind of alarm system on
was
location.
not responsible for the accident. No contact has yet been made with either the astronauts aboard the ISS or with the shuttle which is docked to the station.
You want service. You want out.
Man, it's really raining.
See. Well, you best get going then.
What? It's your turn to patrol.
Turn has nothing to do with it. It's about seniority.
Seniority? What? What is this? A union or something?
Not yet. But once we topple the government, we'll form a union. So you best be on my good side now, huh?
Fine. Ain't that always the way? Fight for what you believe in, and all you do is replace one oppressor for another.
The wait is over. Pick up your copy today of Inoculation. The new release by the Modern Alternative Act. Tall Man. Now available at stores everywhere.
Hi there. You look important.
I am loyal. You will get no information from me.
Really? It looks like you forgot to shave this morning. Let me help you out a bit.
Huh? You can't! Hey, what are you doing? Okay, okay. What do you want to know?
I'm looking for Lacerda. He's been behaving very badly lately.
Well, you're wasting your time, American. He left in a boat an hour ago. He could be anywhere by now.
I guess I'll just have to follow him then. Don't worry. He won't slip away.
I think that confirms it, Fisher.
Yeah, seems like Lacerda's long gone.
We'll see if we can track him through Echelon. Don't worry about him for now. We'll keep you posted. That's 4 of the 5 crates, Sam. Your eyes peeled for the last one.
We are at the right latitude to see the debris re-entering the atmosphere.
Debris? What are you talking about?
Madre de Dios. You didn't hear? The International Space Station. There's been an accident. They've lost radio contact, and they've confirmed that there's major damage. They expect a debris shower sometime this evening.
In pride, in reasoning pride, our error lies. All quit their sphere and rush into the skies.
Him, the almighty power, hurled headlong and flaming from the ethereal sky, could thus defy the omnipotent to arms.
Ay, ay, ay. And I thought I was a dilettante.
Education is the difference between a revolutionary and a terrorist. What's that down there?
Why did you torture Morgan Holt?
Lacerda! He wants algorithms. Some kind of computer algorithm.
What does a second-rate communist revolutionary want with a computer algorithm?
I don't know. I don't even think Lacerda knows. I think someone might have hired us.
What makes you think that?
I don't know. Lacerda. He's been making lots of deals. Something's
going on? I don't know what.
But you don't know who he's been talking to.
No!
You're not much good to me anymore.
That server is the one that the tech transferred the interrogation record to. You'll need to access it. Good work, Sam. That wiped whatever information Morganhold might have given them.
Won't they wonder what happened to it?
It was easy enough to make your little intrusion look like a memory allocation error. Don't worry, we give you the best tools.
You look troubled.
Thunderstorms make me nervous.
Why?
I was a boy in Granada when the Americans invaded in 1803. My father was in the army. When he realized he could not win, he led us into the mountains with some of his men, with all of our families.
And?
The Americans caught up with us one night in the middle of a night.
Good work, Fisher. We can analyze the intelligence you gathered from those crates. It'll make a lot of people's jobs a whole lot safer.
How come no one ever does things to make their job safer?
If you want me to hire some more analysts to interpret information for you, I can do that.
Second thought. Danger's not so.
OCP is like a cheat code sometimes.
I saw something down there.
Evening Star to Maria Narcisa. Come in. Evening Star to Maria Narcisa. Come in. Cargo received, Maria Narcisa. It all checks out.
Roger that. Our crew's aboard, and we have clear turn beacon.
Affirmative, Maria.
Roger that. Maria Narcisa out.
Maria Narcissa.
You're not trying to set me up on another blind date, I hope.
The Maria Narcissa is a boat.
So was the last girl you set me up with.
Fisher.
Sorry.
The Maria Narcissa is a cargo ship owned and operated by Celestina Inc., Portuguese shipping company. Registered in the Philippines, cross-Pacific freight contracts. Lots of details missing.
Sounds suspicious.
Sounds like I'm setting you up for another date after all.
Can't wait to meet her.
Fisher, your primary objectives are complete. We'll extract you whenever you're ready. You'll need to signal for a helicopter pickup from the top of the lighthouse. Make sure the light is out first.
Will do.
body of kidnapped American computer engineer Bruce Morgenholt was discovered in a village in Peru this morning. Implicated in the kidnapping and failed ransom attempt is Hugo Lacerda, alleged leader of the People's Voice, a newly formed guerrilla organization. Here we see the USS Clarence E. Walsh en route to the Yellow Sea for her first assignment amid rising tensions in the region. Dubbed the flagship of a 21st century fleet by Defense Secretary Mason, who reaffirmed America's commitment to our Japanese allies.
It is our hope that the presence of the Walsh, now the world's premier electronic and information warfare platform, will help diffuse the tensions in the region.
Information you recovered in Peru makes it look like Hugo Lacerda was contracted by a third party to kidnap and interrogate Morgenholt. His payment was in weapons. He appears to be using those arms to equip his own men and pay off debts to other guerrilla groups. Maybe Lacerda is a nickel anti-loser, but maybe he's learned some things from Morgenholt that we don't want anyone to know. The Maria Narcissa is out to sea, so there's no escape. Board her, search her, find out who Lacerda's been dealing with, and then make sure he doesn't have an opportunity to spread what he knows. Fifth freedom.
What Morgenholt knew about the mass kernels, recursive computation, and weaponized algorithms is akin to what Oppenheimer knew about atoms or what Turing knew about digital computers. Project Watson, the United Nations investigation into the mass kernels, will be remembered for centuries alongside the Manhattan Project as fundamental research that changed the nature of warfare forever. Imagine if Che Guevara had kidnapped and interrogated Oppenheimer in 1959, and you have a pretty accurate parallel of the situation we're in right now.
We're going
Really?
to send the helicopter out about 40 clicks ahead of the Maria Narcissa and leave you in the water on her course. You'll board covertly onto the bow. Search the ship and the holds. Find out what you can about the arms shipments and who Lacerda is dealing with. Satellite imaging shows the Maria Narcissa racks a small launch on the stern. That will be your primary extraction. If things go badly, we might be able to arrange to pluck you out of the sea.
We'll keep the Walsh inside a helicopter range of the target vessel at all times. If something goes wrong, we should be able to assist in extraction. If you play it safe, we'll recover you when the ship's launched from open water once you're out of visual range of the ship.
Fisher, we just pulled up Celestinia's last dry dock report for the Maria Narcissa. They have a newly installed central alarm system.
Don't tell me. 3 alarms and the mission is over?
Of course not. This is no video game, Fisher. But you don't want the whole place alerted to your presence. Keep it under control.
I'd agree with you, but those guys protected him.
Fisher, it looks like Lacerda is spreading around his newfound wealth, paying off debts with some of the arms that were delivered to him.
You want me to scan any more weapons crates?
Better idea. Plant tracking devices on them, and we can see who they end up getting delivered to.
Okay.
Good job, Sam. That's the first crate. Keep your eyes peeled for any more.
All right.
Fisher, we just intercepted a radio call from the Maria Narcissa. She's reporting a hull leak and asking for an escort.
The ship is sinking.
No, but apparently several compartments are flooded. You'll need to activate the bilge in the forward machine room to access all the cargo holds.
Noisy down here.
Oh, my!
Makes it easy to sneak up on people. What is this hold?
The auxiliary pump is here. There are some flooded compartments. The pump should be able to drain them.
Thanks for the information.
There should be a large pump in here that you can use to drain the forward cargo hold.
I'll find it.
You gonna start that pump there or what?
I don't know how this stupid thing works.
Captain Diego says hurry up or we'll sink.
Well, if I do it wrong, we might sink faster.
Then don't do it wrong.
Easy for you to say.
What's that down there?
Good job. That'll drain the flooded compartments. Now you can search for the bill of lading attached to Lacerda's shipments.
All right.
I'm betting that Lacerda's shipping container is somewhere in this compartment. The bill of lading should be mounted on the side.
I'll have a look around.
Good work, Sam. It looks like whoever delivered these arms to Lacerda was operating through a proxy.
Who?
Mercantil Costa Fuerza Seguridad de Panama.
Offshore bankers?
Yeah, the cigar-chomping kind.
Great. I love bureaucrats.
You still need to recover the transit ledger so we can figure out who else Lacerda is dealing with. Try the ship's office. They should have that information.
I saw something down there. Ay, 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 ay. Have you had a look around this boat?
Yeah. Tell me you found the lighter. Somewhere on the top deck. Inside, and there's a powered launch on the stern.
Think there is enough for everyone?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust them.
Sensors in your suit are detecting a lot of fumes down there.
Yeah, I can smell it. Some kind of gas leak.
Could be enough to be a serious explosive hazard. We can't have any firing in the engine room.
Wonderful.
And don't expect the enemy to be smart enough to realize that. They might still open fire on you if they see you.
I get the message. Up next.
You're near the ship's office. This deck, starboard side.
I'll find the transit ledgers there.
That's where they should be keeping them.
Hey, did Lacerda pass through here?
Yeah, he was here a few minutes ago, complaining about the letters. Bastard. I hope someone cuts his throat.
Lacerda is not a man to trifle with.
I'm not going to trifle with him. I'm hoping someone else will do it.
That someone would experience painful death at Lacerda's hands.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Lacerda now?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
The transit ledgers are forged. They say Lacerda's container is full of sugarcane and coconuts from a man named Nikariakov in Malaysia.
Nikariakov. I remember that name.
Nikariakov is a code name that Philippine drug dealers use to indicate arms shipments.
So instead of nuts from Malaysia, Lacerda got guns from an imaginary Russian?
Exactly. Now why don't you go find out where Lacerda is hiding?
The captain probably knows where he is.
Good idea. Why don't you head to the bridge and ask?
Hey, Toma! This light is broken! Who did that? What do you mean, who did that? Lights break on their own, you know?
You know what I don't understand? Here we are, loaded up with Colombian, best coffee in the world.
And the coffee tastes like bad guano.
Exactly! What's up with that?
Because Captain Diego buys the cheapest coffee he can find.
Why?
Because cheap coffee sweats more. Makes it harder for the dogs to smell what's hidden inside the coffee.
Ah, that makes sense. Still, wouldn't mind a good cup of coffee.
Tell me about it.
Ah, shit. I bet I have to fix it too. Shit! Keep it together. Keep it together. What was that? Oh man, this is getting worse.
Okay, Sam. Judging by the numbering on the crates, that's about half of them. See if you can find the rest. Good job, Sam. 2 more crates to go.
See me, Capitan.
Make your heading 88 degrees, 6 minutes. Maintain speed.
I hear you have a special passenger tonight.
What? Who?
I'm the guy who's here to cash the checks Lacerda's been writing. Where is he?
That son of a... He was provoking my men, so I gave him my own cabin to shut him up.
It's very kind of you.
Be careful. He brought some personal bodyguards. They look dangerous.
I'm not afraid of Lacerda's thugs.
No, they're not Peruvian. They're Europeans, I think. Bros.
Thanks for the tip.
The pleasure is all mine.
So Lacerda is holed up in the captain's quarters.
Where's that?
Third deck, port side. The 2 interior stairwells are the only access to that deck.
Your skin deserves the best.
I tell you, never in my life have I been so insulted.
I don't see why you're so upset. He got you past the inspection. You think it's easy to get through the canal zone with all the crackdowns these days?
I don't care if it's hard. You think my job is easy? No, but this insult, forcing me to bribe an inspector out of my own pocket. No, this big shot, this Vice President, Senor Segundo Ruiz de Medeiros. Ha! I'll show him.
Fine.
Mark my words. I'll make him pay. I'll make him pay double, or my name is not Hugo Lacerda.
Great.
I need another drink. Let me see. Now where would that fat pig stash his rum?
Shh. Don't make a scene.
Madre de Dios.
Not exactly. But if it makes you feel better to pray.
Please don't kill me. Please let me go. I won't tell them I saw you.
You don't understand what's happening here, do you? Morgenholt. Your goons tortured him to death, and I'm holding you responsible.
Oh, no! It's not my fault!
The only thing worse than a coward is a liar. You gave the order, and now you're gonna die for it.
Please!
First, tell me who contracted you to kidnap him.
I don't know. I swear! I was contacted indirectly. I was warned not to try and find out. I'm a coward. Please!
Good job, Fisher. I'll inform the Joint Chiefs that Lacerda is no longer a threat. Your primary objectives are completed. We can extract you whenever you're ready.
What does it mean to bootstrap? It means to accomplish something by using an entirely internal process.
Am I seeing things? I think I see something. I love this.
Guess I should pay more attention.
Way to go, Fisher. One more crate to go.
The second one early.
Oh, well, nothing here.
It's alright.
Did you hear footsteps? You're not? What sort of a guard are you?
With still no word from the North Korean government, China's Long Dan again urged all sides to come to the bargain. We have now a late response by Admiral Toshiro Otomo of the Japanese ISDF.
Despite the ambassador's efforts, nothing has changed. The Japanese people must continue to endure harassment and humiliation. We eagerly anticipate the arrival of the...
Hey, I hear you're leaving us. Heading back for Panama?
Hate to eat and run, sir. We have a few loose ends to tie off before we can rejoin you.
Well, you can make it back for the 4th of July. I'll show you one heck of a good time, boy.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Fisher, the arms that Lacerda had were purchased by someone using a Panamanian offshore bank as proxy. I want to take a peek inside their records. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as that. This op can't look like a U.S. intelligence gig, so to cover it up, you'll need to crack the bank's vault and lift some bearer bonds. Property of the French government.
I hit the bank's servers last night, but I didn't find much. All their workstations run drivers for plug-and-play hard drives. I'm guessing they secure them physically every night. Crazy world we live in where electronic intrusion is more of a threat than physical intrusion.
Well,
Anyway,
hasn't changed much in last 20 years.
Meaning they're not going to be easy to get a hold of.
First, the good news. You've been in this bank before. You were part of a CIA raiding team that went in '89 looking for some of Noriega's drug money. Most of the intelligence we have on the bank actually comes from your team. The bad news is that we have a lot of physical security. Lasers, motion sensors, locked doors, cameras, the whole lot. And none of it was there in '89. We've also contacted a specialist to help crack the vault. You better talk to him.
Look, I don't know who you are or why I'm helping you, other than it's better than staring at the ceiling of my cell. I hear you have to face some Mason Wells 88. Well, it ain't a one-man job, but they tell me you can do the work of 5 men. Fine, I says. I had your mate Willie make a little deposit for you. You'll be needing some things from a safety deposit box in the little vault that we can use to crack the main one.
We'll continue on our course for the Yellow Sea and send you back by helicopter to Panama City. I have no authorization to act inside Panamanian borders, so you'll be operating covertly out of the embassy. You and your partner will be on your own in Panama.
Hey, Emilio, did you see these new motion sensing lights? No. What do? When they detect movement, the light turns on. That's amazing. Light magic. I'm going to get one of those from my garage. Imagine that. You pull up in your car and the driveway collapses. You're crazy. This is high-tech stuff.
Darkness.
Fisher, I just synced your OPSAT with intelligence on the bank that you and your team gathered back in '89.
The memories.
Yeah. Judging from your report, sounds like it was quite a vacation.
It was, actually. I spent most of the rest of that year sleeping in a ditch on the road between Baghdad and Kuwait.
Oh well, if it's any consolation, I had a bad year that year too.
What? You weren't working for the government during the Gulf War?
No? I was in 10th grade.
Oh, right. Yuck.
Fisher, I've got a copy of a work order here that the bank filed with their insurance company. It says the dome windows over the lobby are magnetically locked. See if you can find a breaker or junction box up here and power down the locks.
Right. Slippery. Come on.
work, Sam. That shut down the magnetic locks on the windows. Hey, wait a minute. Power spike. The lobby. It looks like a laser grid just came online.
Lasers. Lasers are so...
90s?
I was gonna say 70s. Can you please stop making me feel old?
Got bad news for you, Sam. You are old.
Fisher, here's our advisor. He'll walk you through the steps that'll get you into that vault. Be patient with him.
Oh, he's one of those.
Right. Hello? Is this thing on, then?
It's on. I'm here. Have you been briefed?
Whatever. This is a Mason Wells 88. Each one is unique. You want to get a butcher's up the skirt. First thing you need to do is authorize an opening.
How do I do that?
The bank president and the treasurer will each have an authorization lock in their office. There'll be another one in the security office. You need to disable all three.
Okay.
That's a relief. Our installer seems to be compatible with their local OS.
That's it? Just plug and play?
That's the idea. No fuss. Get all 8 of those forged mails uploaded.
Make the robbery look like an inside job.
Exactly.
What was that over there? Who's out there?
Bad news.
Ah! Okay, very funny, Tao. Hey! Oh!
I'm not tough.
Who? Oh! Oh no!
Stay calm. Tell me something interesting.
The security cameras. The system is centralized. There's a main camera room. You can access the cameras from there.
Where?
Second floor! I told you about the camera room.
Huh? What's over there?
Yeah, screw that up.
Hey, Emilio, did you see see these new motion sensing lights?
No. What do they do?
When they detect movement, the light turns on. That's amazing. Like magic. I think.
What the? What is that?
You just proved them right.
Fisher, I just synced your offsat with intelligence on the bank that you and your team gathered back in '89.
The memories.
Yeah. Judging from your report, sounds like it was quite a vacation.
It was, actually. I spent most of the rest of that year sleeping in a ditch on the road between Baghdad and Kuwait.
Oh well, if it's any consolation, I had a bad year that year too.
What? You weren't working for the government during the Gulf War?
No? I was in 10th grade.
Oh, right. Yuck.
Fisher, I've got a copy of a work order here that the bank filed with their insurance company. It says the dome windows over the lobby are magnetically locked. See if you can find a breaker or junction box up here and power down the locks.
Right. Slippery. Hurry.
Good work, Sam. That shut down the magnetic locks on the windows. Hey, wait a minute. Power spike. The lobby. It looks like a laser grid just came online.
Lasers. Lasers are so...
90s?
I was going to say 70s. Can you please stop making me feel old?
Got bad news for you, Sam. You are old.
Fisher, here's our advisor. We'll walk you through the steps that'll get you into that vault. Be patient with him.
Oh, he's one of those.
Right. Hello? Is this thing on then?
It's on. I'm here. Have you been briefed?
Whatever. This is Mason Wells 88. Each one is unique. You want to get a butcher's up the skirt. First thing you need to do is authorize an opening.
How do I do that?
The bank president and the treasurer will each have an authorization lock in their office. There'll be another one in the security office. You'll need to disable all three.
Okay.
That's a relief. Our installer seems to be compatible with their local OS.
That's it? Just plug and play?
That's the idea. No fuss. Get all 8 of those forged mails uploaded.
Make the robbery look like an inside job.
Exactly.
What's going on down there? What was that?
Tommy, what's wrong with this thing now? Give it a bang. That usually works.
like a true technician. I ain't touching it.
Oh, well, nothing here.
Looks like more lasers ahead, Sam. This whole place is singing with photons.
There's a guard who seems to be walking around here, no problem.
Maybe he has some kind of beacon. Get close and you can stay in his electronic shadow.
I see your point.
Watch your arms. This is a bank robbery after all. Fisher.
Hey, Emilio, did you see these new motion sensing lights?
No. What do they do?
When they detect movement, the light turns on. That's amazing. Like magic.
I think I'm going to get one of those from my garage. Imagine that. You pull up in your car and the driveway lights up automatically.
Darkness.
Fisher, I just synced your OPSAT with intelligence on the bank that you and your team gathered back in '89.
The memories.
Yeah. Judging from your report, sounds like it was quite a vacation.
It was, actually. I spent most of the rest of that year sleeping in a ditch on the road between Baghdad and Kuwait.
Oh well, if it's any consolation, I had a bad year that year too.
What? You weren't working for the government during the Gulf War?
No? I was in 10th grade.
Oh, right. Yuck.
Fisher, I've got a copy of a work order here that the bank filed with their insurance company. It says the dome windows over the lobby are magnetically locked. See if you can find a breaker or junction box up here and power down the locks.
Right. Slippery.
Good work, Sam. That shut down the magnetic locks on the windows. Hey, wait a minute. Power spike. The lobby. It looks like a laser grid just came online.
Lasers. Lasers are so...
90s?
I was going to say 70s. Can you please stop making me feel old?
got bad news for you, Sam. You are old.
Fisher, here's our advisor. He'll walk you through the steps that'll get you into that vault. Be patient with him.
Oh, he's one of those.
Right. Hello? Is this thing on, then?
It's on. I'm here. Have you been briefed?
Whatever. This is the Mason Wells 88. Each one is unique. You want to get a butcher's up this girl's skirt. First thing you need to do is authorize an opening.
How do I do that?
The bank president and the treasurer will each have an authorization lock in their office. There'll be another one in the security office. You need to disable all three.
Okay.
That's a relief. Our installer seems to be compatible with their local OS.
That's it? Just plug and play?
That's the idea. No fuss. Get all 8 of those forged mails uploaded.
Make the robbery look like an inside job.
Exactly.
Who killed the lights? Hey, come on! I think I see something. No signs of anything here.
Okay, very funny, Tahoe. Hey, oh!
I'm not Tahoe.
Who? Oh! Oh no.
Stay calm. Tell me something interesting.
The security cameras. The system is centralized. There's a main camera room. You can access the cameras from there.
Where?
Second floor.
Looks like more lasers ahead, Sam. This whole place is singing with photons.
There's a guard who seems to be walking around here, no problem.
Maybe Maybe he has some kind of beacon. Get close and you can stay in his electronic shadow.
Next. That's a neat trick you do with the lasers.
Okay? What? Oh, the grids. They detect some kind of signal emitted by a transmitter stitched into my uniform.
Give me the transmitter.
I don't know where it is. I swear. It's just stitched into my uniform somewhere.
That's bad news for you, because I still need to get past the lasers. And since I don't want to undress you, that means I have to take your body.
My body? You mean my unconscious body? I hope.
Either way works for me.
I am going to look into this. No.
Are there any other ways in or out of this room that you might want to tell me about?
Birds?
Birds? What do you mean, birds?
The vents above the fan. I think they lead outside. I can hear birds nesting in them.
Well, that is useful information.
Does that mean I get to leave?
Let me think about it.
Back to security authorization. 2 more to go.
Good thinking, Fisher. Now, even if you're caught on camera, they won't be able to ID you. That's half of the forged mail, Sam. 4 more to go.
Thanks. I've always found it hard to count past 3.
No need to be smarmy, Sam.
Come on. Done.
That's 2 down. Now just authorise from the Treasurer's office.
I don't know who you are, but this is private property.
What are you talking about? I've been working here for 2 years.
Prove it.
Prove it? Okay. Well, the key code to the back doors, it... Hey, wait a minute. You're trying to trick me. You're the one who's not supposed to be here.
All right. You caught me. I surrender. Oh, wait. Instead, how about you tell me the key code anyway, and I won't be forced to hurt you?
Oh, well, since you put it that way, the code is 3901.
Thanks.
Right, that's authorization done. The outer cage to the vault should be opening as we speak.
Great.
Just inside the cage is a small vault full of safety boxes. Your mate dropped off some kit for you in one of them.
All right, I'll let you know when I'm there.
Oh no, Zerkazy. That's exactly what I didn't want to see.
Zerkazy, is that some kind of dried meat?
He's probably the best computational theorist in the world. He worked with Morgenholt on Project Watson. Word is he's gone off his nut.
Hurry.
Sounds like bad guy material to me.
Shit, like Paco has nothing better to do than fix every stupid little thing that breaks. What was that called again? An A645. There we go. Now, what else can Paco fix for me?
I'm telling you, it was a rat.
No chance. It was way too big to be a rat. Maybe it was a monkey or a bear.
Ha! A bear. You're crazy. I know that vent is pretty big, but bears are huge. And a bear would have destroyed the treasurer's office anyway.
Well,
Great work, Fisher. One more forged mail and we're covered.
What?
Doing my best.
A bear is kind of...
Sam, it's Will.
Turtle said one of these boxes had some equipment in it.
Chest level, right-hand side, number 1024.
Careful with that gear.
What is all this stuff?
The charges are for the vault, and the other thingamy-bob is a telemetric lockpick.
A telemetric lockpick?
Head down to the main vault. We'll walk you through it there.
Oh, hello. How are you doing, trucker? Thanks for joining and for the follow. Appreciate it.
These locks at the same time.
That's what the telemetric pick is for.
Exactly.
Good.
It reads your movements in one lock and mimics them in the other lock, real time.
You guys use some cool toys.
Right. Now, once you get the feel for each pin, you have to wait a second for the telemetric pick to sync up. Once it beats, Bob's your uncle, you can pick the pin and move to the next one. Don't try and pick a pin before you're in sync, or you'll have to restart.
Right. Hurry. Give me
Alright, now make some charges over the main pins. Once they're all in place, well, I'm sure you can figure it out. And open sesame.
Lambert. We're in.
Great work. Sam, get in there and find those hard drives.
I have fragments of a message here from someone named Dvorak. Echelon doesn't have a file on him. Wait. That's weird.
What?
The deleted messages. They're 512 encrypted. I haven't seen 512 since Philip Mass.
I killed Mass outside Severomorsk.
I remember. And it's confirmed. So this is someone with access to some seriously classified information.
Zerkazy?
That's a frightening possibility.
work, Fisher. Now any investigation into the robbery will only point back at the investigators.
So the Panamanian government will end up sending some innocent banker to prison?
Innocent if you don't count providing arms to revolutionaries.
Oh, right, I forgot. Bankers. Evil.
Good job, Fisher. Now the whole mission will look like a robbery. They'll never know why we were here.
Lambert, now that I'm holding 50 million bucks, I think we need to talk about that raise again.
25 cents an hour and not a penny more.
Deal.
All right, Fisher. We'll extract you as planned from the same location you were inserted.
Over the wall from the front courtyard?
That's right. Redding will be waiting for you nearby.
On my way.
Did you hear the latest news? The Americans just announced that they have a problem with the rescue shuttle. What kind of problem? Some kind of malfunction in one of the dock facilities. The parts required will take weeks to manufacture. I thought they say the astronauts only have 2 days of life support. That's what they say. So what are they just going to die out there? That's what it looks like. This is horrible. I'll see.
Tommy, what's wrong with this thing now? Give it a bang. That usually works. Spoken like a true technician. I ain't touching it. Coming out! You can't hide forever!
There's a nice 100%.
So Zerkesi and Morgenholt are the only 2 people who ever saw those algorithms.
And Morgenholt is dead. And Zerkesi is connected to a mystery guest we know nothing about.
Dvorak.
Morgenholt and Zerkesi are geeks, not terrorists. Maybe this Dvorak is some kind of puppeteer.
No hitter, bottom of the 8th. 2-0, New York in the 8th. Akira Watanabe is on the mound. He's pure concentration, pure focus.
This is no coincidence. You're on your way to the Big Apple. Bruce Morgenholt and Abraham Zakhazy were partnered together on Project Watson, the UN committee that cracked the mass kernels. They're the ones who discovered 512 encryption, the same encryption used in the messages you recovered at MCAS Bank. If this so-called Dvorak person has somehow gotten his hands on mass-based IW algos, we're in a world of hurt.
I've been trying to penetrate Zerkazy's private network since we connected him to this mess. I've seen some tough network security before, and I expected Zerkazy to have top-of-the-line tech, but this is crazy. Zerkazy's server isn't just impenetrable or invisible, it's like looking for a shadow in a pitch-black room. It's driving me crazy.
Things are turning sour in New York. It's been 24 hours since the blackout, and no one has a clue when it might end. We've got sporadic reports of unrest all over Manhattan, but it hasn't started to spill over yet. Word coming down from above is that the National Guard will be deployed within the hour. We'll need to insert you into an alley behind a building adjacent to the target building. Watch out for civilians.
Fisher, the National Guard was deployed into Manhattan about an hour ago.
I feel safer already.
Watch your fire, Sam. Those boys aren't expecting to see you and they'll attack on sight. Do not, I repeat, do not kill any of them.
I'll be careful.
Good.
Thought I heard something out there. All clear.
You have enough light down here?
Think so. These barricade lights are battery operated, so they should be okay. I have flares too if I need them.
All right. Then we'll concentrate on getting power to the CP before we break out to the perimeter.
Sounds good.
Jesus, who are you?
I'm the monster in the closet. And I'm gonna let you go back to sleep as soon as you tell me how many men you have deployed earlier.
There's just 8 of us in the squad, but there are more on the roof.
Whoops. Let's try that again.
So Zerkazy and
Bruce Morgenholt. Fisher, the National Guard was deployed into Manhattan about an hour ago.
I feel safer already.
Watch your fire, Sam. Those boys aren't expecting to see you and they'll attack on sight. Do not, I repeat, do not kill any of them.
I'll be careful.
Good.
Stay calm. We're on the same side.
Jesus, who are you?
I'm the monster in the closet. And I'm gonna let you go back to sleep as soon as you tell me how many men you have deployed out here.
There's just 8 of us in the squad, but there are more on the roof.
How many?
I don't know, I swear.
Thanks for the intel.
have enough light down here?
Think so. These barricade lights are battery operated, so they should be okay. I have flares too if I need them.
All right. Then we'll concentrate on getting power to the CP before we break out to the perimeter.
Sounds good.
Fisher, looks like the National Guard are trying to restore the power to the building's elevator. It's probably your best way to the top.
I'll see if I can hitch a ride.
It'll be a long climb if you don't.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Who are you? Wait a minute. Is this a training exercise?
Support. This guy knows it's an exercise. Let the cat out of the bag.
Huh. I knew it.
Roger that. Yeah. Okay.
Hey!
Give me a hand. I'll just
Hey!
name, rank,
What's up?
and...
Corporal Stan Donlin. 24-28-996.
And you're not going to tell me anything else?
No, sir.
Good boy. All right, want me to move on to the next one?
What happened to the lights?
Well, you know what I can't figure out? Like, the entire city is dark, right?
Yeah?
But this guy over here, all his lights are on. How can that be?
Well, the richer you get, the more paranoid you get. Guy probably has his own generator so he can keep his security system running.
Security system? Who's gonna climb 15 floors to break into his apartment?
Like I said, paranoid.
gotta keep my eyes wide open.
So you know what I can't figure out? Like, the entire city is dark, right?
Yeah?
But this guy over here, oh, his lights are on. How can that be?
Well, the richer you get, the more paranoid you get. Guy probably has his own generator so he can keep his security system running.
Security system? Who's gonna climb 15 floors to break into... Why are the lights out?
Fisher, satellite shows you've reached the Casey's building. County clerk's office has construction permits on file for the floors below the penthouse and in the neighboring structure.
Any plans or blueprints on file?
I'll have Grim look into it, but with this blackout.
I understand. I'll see if I can dig up some plans down here.
Good idea.
Shit, what was that?
Fisher, that's a hired gun if I've ever seen one.
He's no night watchman either. He's a merc. He's got the same kit as the guys who were protecting the server.
This whole situation is getting uglier by the second. See if you can find out who these characters work for.
Will do. What are you doing down here?
Who the hell?
Off to a bad start. Talk or die.
Okay. We're on VIP protection. This floor. We need to secure it because we can't lock it off from the penthouse.
Does the architect or engineer keep an office or a desk down here?
Yeah, of course. West side of the building.
Since you're doing so well, why don't you tell me the name of the PMC you work for?
I work for Displace. Displace International.
Displace? That's Doug Shetland's company.
I know.
Fisher, if Shetland turns out to be crooked...
If Shetland is crooked, I'll take him down myself. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
Could be. See if you can find out who's in charge of this protection detail. Maybe someone inside this place is playing both sides.
We got it.
What was that? How much longer is this gonna take?
It'll be done when it's done.
Done when it's done? What kind of fury? It looks like someone cut this. Nothing here but ghosts and shadows. All clear. I can definitely see something. Show yourself.
Like my new knife?
Oh, God.
I've been using it quite a bit. Is it still sharp?
Real sharp.
Maybe you better tell me something interesting before I get all distracted and slip.
Medical supplies. You'll probably want some medical supplies. In the washroom beside the kitchen.
I was gonna resign next week. Please.
Work permits, architectural plans. Interesting. Zerkezi has a hardened panic room off of his bedroom.
I'll check it out.
Looks like he also filed plans for construction in the next building over.
The next building?
I'm no architect, but if I'm reading these plans right, both buildings are connected across a rooftop. I'll leave the relevant data on your OPSAT. Could help you navigate.
Thanks. Hurry.
Fisher, Zerkezi's cameras project an infrared beam so they can see in the dark.
If it's an infrared beam, I can see it in my night vision.
Exactly. And listen, it would help us keep tabs on Zerkezi if we could use these cameras against him.
Gotcha. I'll try and run some taps.
Good work, Fisher. That's one camera tapped. There should be 5 more.
I'll keep my eyes open. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
What? Oh, crap. 3.
Lucky guess. You get to live. Now tell me something useful, or we'll play another round.
God. The mag lock. The locked door to the roof.
What about it?
I think the computer that controls it is in the master bedroom on the top floor. Do you want me to pick again? 4. No. Stick with us. We know how to get things done. Gotta keep my eyes wide open.
Just 3 and go from there. Figure out the rest later.